I forgot my microphone cable, so hopefully y'all can hear me today. This is gonna be, I don't know. I'm just gonna start, okay? So I've shared my journey in the past, my past history, not ever planning to share it. It's just something that I felt called to share. I would pray before I would press record and just ask God, what do you want my message to be today? And wow, what I started sharing was just pieces of my past that I never ever dealt with, that I never even talked about, but it was trapped in my mind. And it was doing so much damage to me, to my health, and everything I believe is balance. It's a complete package, which is not just fitness of the body, it's fitness of the body, the mind, and the spirit. I now know why I eat, when I stress eat, when I emotional eat, and I'm just gonna go ahead and share my story. When I shared it before, it was releasing part of my past, so it was more like from being a victim in a way. This time I wanna share from a place of overcoming. So I don't even know what God's gonna put in my heart, what I'm going to share. So I'm just gonna start back from when I was smaller, littler. First, I want to say that I know God has definitely saved me for a purpose. I am here for a purpose greater than myself. I was almost abducted 3 times, once as a child. My dad later, told me that some man was walking me out of the store. I had somehow got separated from my parents, and they found me as he was leaving the store. And they asked him, what are you doing? And he said, I was taking her to find y'all. And then again, when I was in middle school, walking home from school, and I told my mom, and my mom did not believe me. Parents, please take the time to listen to your children, especially girls. I was lucky enough to follow my heart and my instincts, and I hauled butt and I hid somewhere. I just didn't, do what this guy ordered. He was trying to order me in his car. And I still remember it was a light blue VW. And when I got home, it was me and my friend walking together, and when I hid and I finally got home, I told my mom, and she did nothing about it. She didn't believe me. So the next time it happened, still a teenager, I didn't tell my mom because I knew that I was gonna hear, I don't believe you. And I wasn't a child that caused trouble. I was good and quiet, and I kept to myself. Came from a very dysfunctional home. So parents, please listen to your children. And it's so important to teach children to say no if they need to say no. I'm lucky, that God saved me. And this one is what I started releasing was, I never even talked about that before, really. I think I've told my girls. But, so I was married at the age of 16. My dad signed me off, signed for me to get married. My mom had kicked me out of the house. And my first husband, he was very abusive, mentally, physically, mind games. I won't get into all the details. I will say that I survived the night that he tried to kill me. And I had all this pain and this trauma suffocated inside of me. And when I was little, I would go to my aunt's house. My mom we grew up in, lack of. We didn't have money for treats and desserts and all that stuff. So when I went to my aunt's house, my aunt and uncle, they would have these little trays with these desserts. And during Christmas time, they had that ribbon candy, you know what I'm talking about? The hard candy. Yeah, so I developed my addiction to sweets. Started out just as something comfort, something special, something loving. My aunt was so loving, whereas my mom, if we would get in an argument, because she had really strict rules, like if I laid in her bed, I would get grounded because she wanted to keep her bed really clean. So if we got in a fight about that, my mom would say things like, I hate you, I wish you had never been born. Those words have haunted me for so long, and my mom could never say the words, I love you. She couldn't say it, I would, we had a very strained relationship, but I always, anytime she called me or needed something, I was there. I believe that so much in my heart, your parents teach you what to be or not to be, and for me, I always tell my children I love them. I tell them every single day because it's something that I didn't hear, and it's something that I had to work towards, even hearing it from my own mom. I would tell her every time we got off the phone, I love you. Click on the other end. Until one day she said it back. And I was in my, I want to say maybe 30s. I'm not even sure what age, because I didn't really keep a journal back then. I did, but didn't. It was more like gratitude journal. So yeah, and I remember telling my husband, my current husband, I had to be 40s because we got married in 30s. I remember telling my current husband, my mom said it back. She said that she loves me. I don't know if she meant it or she just got tired of hearing me say it, but she said it. So I developed eating as an emotional way to feel love, to just whatever I was feeling. I would turn to sweets. That was my go-to. If I felt sad, I ate sweets. If I felt lonely, I ate sweets. If I felt happy, I felt sweets. It would be taking my children, to get something at a coffee shop or something. My girls, I'd bring them home from school, pick them up, and, we'd get a little treat. And that was that bonding. It was special. So I've been working really hard and working through my emotions. I'm so happy to say that I just hit 2 weeks of no unhealthy sugars, and I've been dealing with some stress, some issues going on, even some triggers and anger. And the best thing that I've been doing is getting to the gym. I'm telling you, get some kind of exercises in. I left it all at the gym last night. It was late, but I went because I felt it was so important for me to rid my mind, my body, because it will make you sick of this anger that I was feeling. And with it, I want to say like 5 minutes, it was gone. I didn't feel that anger anymore. I had released it. I first had to, in a way, confront this person, so to speak. It was a childhood trigger, something that happened when I was a child. So that helped me release it. And I've been working so hard doing this self-work to heal, to let go of pain, and to be a stronger, better person. I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to be just a survivor. I want to thrive. I want to thrive so much. I want to do things and completely step out of my comfort zone. Just being here in this area, in this park, is stepping out of my comfort zone. So each time I do something like this, I'm working towards growing and stepping into fear. I do love nature. I didn't step into this pain, and I mean, it was pain, so much pain that I released, so much that I let go of until I hit my 50s. It really started after I got out of my sugar fog, because I quit sugar cold turkey 2016, July 1st, when I got a phone call saying I had type 2 diabetes. I did not want to go down my dad's path. My dad was on so much medicine. He was diabetic, dialysis, mental problems, health problems. I did not want to be that person. I didn't want to go down that path. And honestly, what kicked me into the sugar habit, free sugar, no sugar, was the fear of being my dad, being like my dad. I did not want to go there. I did not want to be like that. And that's what really helped me just quit sugar. And I think I quit it for at least a year, maybe over a year. And then I was going through this healing of letting go of this pain and recording on YouTube, and this release of emotion and tears, and just something that I never expected to experience. I think that when you're ready, when your heart's ready, you can release this trauma. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, disclaimer. This is just my own personal journey, and why I share it, because I want you to grow. I want you to be able to move forward. There's nothing worse than being stuck, being in pain, because I was in that place for so long, and that's why I turned to food. I would release this, but maybe I didn't completely release it, because I would go to my comfort. My comfort was food, And that's what I would eat. I would eat sugar. Let me go have something sugar. And sometimes it was a self-sabotage. You know, I would just feel in a bad place. So I'd say, I'm just gonna go have some sugar. Screw it, you know? Why do that? Why do we do that to ourselves? When we're headed in the right direction, and maybe it's part of the trauma, part of the pain, part of the past. We feel like we deserve to be stuck there. But I'm not that woman anymore. I'm telling you, I'm not her anymore. I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep thriving. I'm gonna keep pushing past any brick walls. I tell you, I'm gonna push past every single one of them. I always say I don't know if I'm gonna get emotional on a video, and I don't want to cut this or edit this video, so I'm really hoping the audio works. But it's really about just, I don't have the answers. I just work each and every day to become a better version of myself, to push past anything that's holding me back, any blocks, any pain, any trauma. And I have to say that the gym, spin class, taking a walk, which I'm gonna do after I record, and then I'm going to a spin class. And I'm not going to go over the top and just, you know, push myself so hard that I feel like crap, that I feel sick. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You also have to feel your emotions, because that's really the only way to work through your problems. And that's what I'm doing. Each and every day, I'm just working through whatever comes my way in that moment. I think it's a time for it just to breathe. I didn't really know what I'd be sharing today. I just knew that I've been feeling called to share my story again without going into really painful details, things that I don't really need to go through, because it's about growing, but it's also about helping others, helping you. I hope in some way that I have helped you, because I really want you to thrive. I want you to be the best version, amazing version that you are meant to be, that you were created to be, that God created you to be. I don't have the answers. That's why I'm documenting my journey. And when I lost weight before in 2016, I didn't start my YouTube channel. I think it was 16 months afterwards. So I was in a weight loss group. I shared stuff there. I'm not in that group anymore, but yeah, I didn't really share until after I had lost 70 pounds. And 70 pounds ended up looking way too thin on me, and I don't know, I just started this healing, like I said, in emotional eating. I still kept a balance, because I would still eat the healthy foods, but then I would allow myself to eat sugar. And then I got to where I was not eating as often, but I still wanted that sugar. And it wasn't every day, but it was getting more frequent. So that's why I'm so happy that I'm back on track. I feel this big, just like release and mental shift. And I feel like, as crazy as 2020 has been, I feel like it's gonna be my year. It is my year, right? We have to declare it, we have to claim it. It's my year, it's your year, we got this, it's our year. It's a great year to just get our fitness on. It's a beautiful, amazing, hot day, and we just need to go for it and do it, and you're gonna feel amazing. And if you can, get off sugar, because it's gonna help you think clearer, feel better, feel less tired. I still need to work on getting to bed early. I could stay up to 2 in the morning and then have trouble falling asleep, and then get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm tired, yes, because I'm not getting enough sleep, and I know that's why. Because when I do get more sleep, I was going through a period of fatigue. I know I'm getting off topic, period of fatigue, and then gave up sugar, and now I'm feeling better. So I need to work on sleep and this. Hydrate, because you see, I'm red. It's hot, it's really hot out here. But I really wanted to get outdoors, because I don't always have a place to record in my home. My husband works from home a lot, you know, with everything, and phone calls, conference calls, and, you know, my mother-in-law, dogs barking, whatever. So it's easier for me to come in nature, feel connected, enjoy the beauty, and just talk to y'all. Share from my heart. I love you. Get your fitness on because it's a beautiful day. I just want to send you so much love right now in this moment because I feel so grateful. Grateful for each and every one of you. When the emotions want to come out, right? And I had a emotional breakdown this week. That'll be in my next video. I'll share about that. A big aha moment. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so very much, more than you know. And I thank you for each and every subscriber. You're amazing and awesome. And let's just get our fitness on and feel better about ourselves. Not what our body looks like, just better about ourselves. It's one day at a time. Love you so much. Big hug from me. I realize I do hugs like this, I'm hugging myself, so big hug to you from me.